Alright guys, BLM here, we're back with another episode of Red Dead Redemption 2. What happened at the end of the last episode is Dutch's horse killed itself. So let's continue on. We just started a mission anyway. It was what, the Country Pleasures? Is that what it was? Country something. Country Pursuits. Country Pleasures. Yeah, we're also going to continue on with the Survivor series we've been doing. We're at the end of Season 9. We're going to finish it up here. So essentially,
Okay, follow me.
we're at the final 6 here of Ryan Clayton from Beyond Two Souls, Adam Chapman from Detroit Become Human, Norman Jayden from Heavy Rain, Josh Washington from Until Dawn, Freya from God of War, and Tess from The Last of Us. So Norman Jayden won immunity, and Norman Jayden has an alliance with a good amount of the people left. I mean, he has an alliance with Ryan Clayton, he has an alliance with Tess, and he has like general alliances with pretty much everyone at this point. So really, I mean, he's kind of the person deciding right now, where Freya and Tess are voting for Ryan. Adam, Josh, and Norman. Wait. Adam and Josh, Norman, and Ryan are supposed to be voting for Tess. However, I don't think that's something Norman Jayden will want to do. I think he would technically want to... I think if I'm Norman Jayden in this position, I would want to get rid of these goats so that people aren't in Adam and Josh, so that no one's really obligated to take them to the end.
Plan really gonna work out? You tell me, Arthur. Is it?
Probably not.
Have some goddamn faith. I am bending over backwards to make a future for us. I know, but
Again, don't we know it doesn't work out based on Red Dead Redemption 2? Red Dead Redemption 1.
If you'd rather we break up the family, go our separate ways, just tell me. Of course not. This isn't a prison camp. I am not forcing anybody to stay. So either we're in this together, working together to get out together, or we're not. There simply isn't a reality in which we do nothing and get everything. I know. You're right. Just feels like we're on borrowed time again. I mean, the O'Driscolls found us. Yeah. We need to move, and soon. Haven't I made that clear? I feel like I'm going in circles with all of you. Micah is the only one left with any loyalty. Now, that ain't fair. You are talking like John. I swear that woman is poisoning him against me. I've seen it before. What's the problem here? There ain't a problem. You think Micah would question going after Bronte? No. He'd say, let's go. I'm here, ain't I? I've been at your side for 20 years. I know. I'm sorry, son.
Isn't it weird that he calls him son even though he's only like 4 years older?
About everything is wearing me down. Anyway, here we are. Let me do the talking.
What are we doing? I don't even know what we're doing. See, I mean, I think what happens here, I feel like Norman
Hello, Mr. Dutch.
goes to Freya and Tess, say, hey, let's vote out. I'll vote with you if we vote out probably like Josh. Maybe even Adam. I think Adam.
The adventure, fishing for catfish. Now, my friend.
No, let's go for Josh. Let's do Josh. I think Josh makes more sense. So it's Josh.
Angelo Bronte. Well, exactly. We need to make a social call.
I mean, even then, it's only a 3-3 vote, though.
Row us in quietly one evening around the back of his house.
If anyone can, I can.
We'll pay you for your trouble.
If you bringing him trouble, it won't be no trouble for me.
Good.
My business partner, Jules, he's out on the skiff. I need to check with him. Plus, I need to check the traps. Would you come with me?
Of course. Arthur.
Is there any way he can get the numbers for this?
Shouldn't take too long if we can find it. He lied.
Maybe not. But then again, I think there is a way he can convince everyone to vote out Freya, though.
Great. Come now.
But then again, I think even then, though, it's not, like, even though he gets out Freya, it's like,
Tile to scare you, Shirley.
I think that's like a compromise sort of
Meet your
thing.
match when it comes
I think they can go for Freya.
Predator with a big mouth, Dutch. Arthur here is something of a comedian, Thomas, more of a jester than a gunslinger.
Well, if you say
So I think Freya and Tess remain votes for Ryan then, but then they're able to vote out Freya instead of Tess.
You call this ground? It feels like water to me.
So there we go.
down here, we can't be too picky.
Freya is gone, and to be honest, this isn't a terrible position for Norman Jayden either. I mean, actually, no, it's pretty bad, isn't it? I mean, it's not bad, but in the sense that I think he could still get to the end in this position, but it's bad where he's probably not going to go there in his own way. All right, we got Final 5 immunity puzzle. An obstacle course thing with a word puzzle at the end. I don't know who would win this. I mean, we really haven't given Tess any wins here, but I feel like if I give it to Tess, it's gonna be solely because I just kind of want her to go further. Would Ryan Clayton do well here? I don't think. I think it involves like balancing things. Actually, maybe Tess does win. I do think Tess would do well at this sort of thing because it involves balancing tiles at the beginning of it, and then at the end involves a word puzzle, which I mean I think she'll do fine at. So let's give it to Tess. Which this is where a major decision is going to have to happen. Where I think Josh
This one's empty.
and Adam vote for Jayden.
I got a few more set over this way. Come on.
I don't want
And I think
touch my leg.
I think Jayden has to vote for Josh
Show you
here.
the right fellas to be going after Angelo Bronte.
Let's just say
he's
Tess
more
does
the
too.
kind of reptile I can handle.
So now, who does Ryan vote for? I think Ryan's the deciding vote here.
Now stay close.
Again, he's been aligned with Jayden this entire time. Really doesn't have much of a relationship with Josh. But then again, Josh is pretty much a GOAT at this point, I feel like. Again, I feel like at this point,
You can see why even
either Ryan, Jayden, or Tess are winning this game, depending on who gets there.
I love it out here.
But I think he goes for Josh. I think he can go for Josh because again, I think if Tess wins immunity, the problem here is if Tess wins Final Four immunity, Ryan is gone. While if Tess wins Final Four immunity now in this situation where Josh goes home, it's not necessarily a guarantee. So I do think that's what happens. I think Josh goes home 3-2. Jayden gets 2 votes. So okay, so we're at the Final Four. I think it's a pretty good Final Four. I mean, Adam is kind of like a nothing person here.
Like I said, we need to be lively here.
I do think Adam has more of a relationship with Ryan than anybody. This is pretty good for Ryan, actually, who probably should have been a very early boot earlier, like back in like what Final 12. What are we doing with this mission? Oh, whatever. So final immunity in this was a stacking. Was the go through the track and stack things on top, right? Which, I mean, to be honest, I could see Tess winning this. I think Tess wins these final 2 challenges and gets to the end. But then again, I feel like now I kind of feel like I kind of forced this to happen. I don't particularly like that feeling. Because again, like I mean, like when Freya goes home, it's like it's kind of an iffy thing, like where it makes more sense for Tess to go home. But I do feel like Norman Jayden would have fought to keep Tess there. It's just, would it work? I don't know. But I kind of just said, okay, yeah, it works. And that's kind of where I think it's kind of forced there. But I do think Tess does win these final 2 immunities. So now we're in a position where this is a bit more difficult. Like, do they just say, okay, let's fight it out at the end? Like Ryan, Jayden, and Tess, like the 3 best players in the game at this point?
When we get this done, soon I can help you boys.
Or, like, do they just vote out Adam? Dude, I think voting out Adam is a good move for Ryan at this point. Because I think Ryan gets Adam's vote. Yeah, I think they vote out Adam. I think Adam, and then Adam votes for Jayden. So, there we go. 3-1. Adam is gone. So we have a really good final 3. I really like this final 3. It's Ryan, Clayton, Norman, Jayden, and Tess. So the thing is, who wins here? I really don't care about this mission. Like,
You're not scared of a few crayfish, are you?
so here we go. I'm final vote. So obviously we'll go through these. So first vote is Jerry. And I don't know. I mean, he was aligned with Ryan at the time of when Jerry went home, but Ryan and Jerry actually have like no connection at all. Like it's through other people. Like he was never even on a. Oh no, he was on the initial tribe with Jerry, right? Oh no, he was on both tribes with Jerry. Okay.
Fantastic.
But yeah, I don't think they really had much of a connection. So I feel like we'll leave that one open. I think Jody is a clear Ryan vote.
I don't really want to hang around here much longer.
I think Ikri.
Wait. Let's go.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of lean towards Tess with that one, but because I feel like she would respect like a female who won challenges to get to the end. So I feel like that's Tess vote. Aratok. I don't know. I mean, Aratok and Ikri are close, and so are Aaron. I think they would probably vote the same way, and they would all vote for Tess. So I mean, let's just have that. We have Catherine Marlowe, which I think this one's a tough one, because it's like technically Marlowe and Talbot, both of them, they were closely aligned to Jaden, but Jaden turned on them. So, like they might be like pissed off that they went out of their way to save him, but then he turned on them. So let's save them for later. We got Freya, who I think is a clear Tess vote. We got Josh Washington, who is well, okay. Well, let's do this. I think Adam is a Ryan vote. Yeah. So it's 4-2-0 right now. 4 for Tess, 2 for Ryan, 0 for Jaden. You know, I do think Jaden probably played the best game. He was in the majority the entire time, right? Yeah, I mean, he was in the majority at least. What are we doing with this mission? I really don't give a shit. I don't know why I wanted to go to first person there for a second, but whatever. I do like games that do this though, where they allow you to switch between first and third. I do really like that. Obviously, not every game does this, but I wish they did that more often.
No.
So, I mean, again, I think the swing votes here are Josh Washington. Josh Washington, the combo of Talbot and Marlowe, and then Jerry. So, I mean, Jaden is pretty much out of it unless he gets all 4 of those votes. And to be honest, I don't think it's happening. All right, first off, let's give Ryan's vote to Jerry. I will give Jerry's vote to Ryan, I mean. He was with them the entire time. Even though I don't think they have much of a connection, I do think they were together the entire time. I feel like it's worthy enough of a vote. But now what, though? I didn't realize they were all 3 of them were on the same tribe together at the beginning. I didn't realize that.
Hey, someone there?
Now, Talbot and Marlowe, I mean, they could vote for Jaden, and that would really have no effect on anything. And to be honest, this could go to a tie. I think this could easily go to a tie, actually. Let's see, because Josh Washington, I think he's a Ryan vote, really. So, I mean, there we go. I mean, that's 4-4 right now. So the deciding vote really is Talbot and Marlowe. I think if it goes to a tie, that means Norman Jaden gets the deciding vote. And I don't know who he votes for, really. I mean, he's closely aligned to both of them, really. There were times, I mean, he saved both of them at different times, too. So it's like,
That must be him. Over this way. Hello?
where?
Up
Oh.
Hey, you in the tree. What are you doing? There's a monster. A monster. You okay up there?
And they weren't on a tribe with any of those people until the merge either.
Monster that nearly ate me.
I
Where'd
do
he
think
go?
they're definitely closer to
Just
Tess
out
than they
there.
are to Clayton.
What? A big gator. Biggest I ever saw. Big and nasty. Knocked me off the boat and chased me over here. You must be Jules. Yes. Where is the boat? Over there. I ran.
Um,
Okay. And where'd this monster swim
you know,
off to?
I think we'll give it to Tess. I think we'll give Tess the win.
Good luck shooting
Because again, I did
that
say
thing.
earlier that I
Don't
wanted,
need a cannon.
I was kind of looking at Tess as like kind of a winner candidate towards the end here. Especially because I kind of wanted the female to win. I feel like she was the only one left that could win out of these females. That and also, I mean, I think it kind of makes sense in the sense that Talbot and Marlowe are closer to Tess than they were to Ryan. Mind you, they were technically closer to Jaden, but then Jaden could turn on them, so I mean, they probably don't want to vote for him. I don't know. That and I don't know. I mean, that and also, I feel like it makes sense. I feel like it makes sense that he would that the vote would go this way. So it's a what, 6-4 vote? 6-4 to 0. Kind of a shame that Jaden got no votes, but it is what it is. So there we go. We're done. Done with season 9.
I got the skiff. It's over here. Stop.
They're done with season 9. There we go. So next up will be All Stars, and I don't know when I'm going to do it. I'll have to take the time to create the cast and everything, which that's probably going to take a little while. I might do it tonight. Maybe I'll do it tonight. Maybe I'll do it on video tonight. I don't know.
All right.
During one of these
Get
Let's
back to
Plays.
the
I don't know.
dock.
We'll see.
Yes, please, let's go.
But either way, it'll be fun. So yeah, Tess is our, what, 3rd female winner, I think.
Thank God.
So yeah, last 2 seasons were both female winners. Tess and then Elizabeth Sobeck.
Who are these fellas, Thomas?
Before that was a lot of male winners. Yeah, first female that winner. So what, season 5, season 9, season 8, season 9.
I thought I was gonna be out here all night.
So the winners were Sam Drake was the first winner. Second winner was Carl Manfred, somehow. Third winner was Tenzin, somehow. Fourth winner was Augustus from the Order 1886. See, I believe the way this turned out, I believe there's 2 Last of Us winners too, right? Because Henry won. Yeah, Henry and
Yeah, just
Cass.
Won't take you a minute, boy. Go on.
What are we doing? So it's 2 Last of Us winners, 2 Order 1886 winners, 2 Horizon Zero Dawn winners. Then what? 1. Oh no, 2 Uncharted winners, and then 1 Detroit winner. So what were the games that had no winners at all? It was what? God of War had no winners. Infamous Second Son had no winners. What are we doing? I really don't care. Until Dawn had no winners. Heavy Rain had no winners, right? Did Beyond Two Souls have any winners? I don't remember anymore. No, right? Beyond Two Souls had no winners. So, yeah, the only David Cage game to have a winner, I believe, was Detroit, right? And it was Carl Manfred of all people. So that's kind of funny. So we'll have an All-Star season. We won't use the winners, I don't think, because I didn't with the Assassin's Creed one. And I don't feel like a lot of these winners, I don't feel the need to really bring them back. I mean, like, I feel like Sam Drake would be fun, but again, like, if I'm gonna follow the family rule too, it's like I'd rather have Nathan Drake than Sam Drake.
Come here, son.
Where'd he go?
Why are we doing any of this? Like, why do we give a shit about any of this? Like, yeah, Sam Drake, I think would be fun, but again, I think I'd rather have Nathan Drake. Carl Manfred, there's no way we're bringing him back. Tenzin, no way we're bringing him back. Augustus is a debatable one. I think that'll be an interesting one, but like at the end of the day, we don't need him. So yeah, probably not. Devi Neymar, no, we don't need her. Rost would be an interesting one, but again, we don't need him. I feel like we have similar characters. Henry, we definitely don't need. I don't feel like we need Henry. Again, I feel like there's similar sort of people that I'd rather have back. Elizabeth Sobek, that's a debatable one. I think we could, but again, if we're gonna have Aloy, okay, we fucked that up. If we're gonna have Aloy, we can't really have Elizabeth Sobek either. Then Tess, it's like, I mean that would have been okay, but we don't need her. So I mean, like, just based on looking at these casts, like again, like I'm not actually gonna do this right now, just because it's like there's a lot of like different things. But from season 1, I'm looking at contenders right now. I think Stan is a contender from Beyond Two Souls, the homeless guy. He was a big factor in the first season. I mean, he was like a swing vote a lot in that first season. So I feel like he's a contender. I don't know. I mean, who else? I mean, Josh, maybe. Mike Monroe, maybe, from Until Dawn. North is a contender, I think, from Detroit. I think Kratos is a lock. I think we gotta have Kratos. I feel like Ellie is a contender. And I feel like Carter Blake is a contender. I feel like they're the contenders from that season. Hector Alcatraz is Alcazar, sorry, is a maybe, but probably not. From season 2, I mean, I don't know. I think Nathan Drake is a lock, and I feel like Reggie Rowe is probably going to end up being a lock, just because we need someone from Infamous Second Son, and to be honest, I don't know who else it would be. I don't know. Outside of that, I mean, I think Kara could be okay, but I don't feel like we need her. Same thing with like Sam Giddings. Same thing with like Harry Flynn. I just don't feel like we need any of these people. Zeus, though. I think Zeus is one of the few pre-merge people that I would consider bringing back. I think it would be funny to have Zeus and Kratos on the same cast. I think Zeus is probably in contention. Season 3, I mean, Season 3 is pretty shit. I mean, looking at this cast, I mean, I think Chloe Fraser is definitely in consideration. I think Aloy is definitely there. I think David is probably in consideration. Outside of that, though, I don't know. I feel like Gavin Reed, we don't need. It rhymed. I feel like Gavin Reed, the only way we're bringing him back is if Carter Blake can't make the cast for some reason. But I don't feel like we need Gavin Reed. Who else is there? I mean, Charlie Cutter, we don't need. Hassan, maybe, but again, it's not really a necessary one, I don't feel like. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that one. Season 4, again, Elena Fisher, I think is a possibility. What the fuck? How are we supposed to do this then? I think Elena Fisher is a possibility, but it's like, I don't feel like we need her. But I think it's definitely a possibility. Hank would be okay, I think. Ashley, no. Rose, no. Helios, eh. Then we do need some. Oh, then we have Kratos from God of War, so we're good. Silence, I think Silence is a lock, right? I feel like Silence would be fun. I feel like Tommy would be okay. Lazarevich might be okay. I feel like one that would be interesting that I didn't expect to be fun to play with when we started, but I think it ended up being a pretty fun character was Jeff from Uncharted, the fucking camera guy for Elena during Uncharted 2. I think he was a pretty big factor in that season. So I mean, maybe him, but again, even then, I don't feel like we need him. So yeah. Season 3 or Season 5. I think Amanda. I think Amanda was a pretty big factor. Amanda, the like Connor's was it Connor's superior in Detroit Become Human? I think she was a pretty big factor in that season. I don't know, maybe Jay. Jay's a debatable one. I think Emily from Until Dawn, I feel like she's one we would bring back. I think Victor Sullivan, I think Sully is probably one we'll bring back, unless we get to the point where we have too many Uncharted people. But I feel like Victor Sullivan's one of those I do want to bring back. And then maybe Connor, but I don't feel like we 100% need him. Season 6, I think Joel is a lock. Joel from Last of Us, he's a lock. I'll say that though. I think this is a tough season to bring people back from. I think Isabeau's probably coming back pretty much solely because we need someone from Order 1886, and it's either her or Grayson. I feel like, and I feel like we'll probably also need female characters. So I feel like Isabeau's probably the one we'll bring back. And after that, it's like I don't know. Okay, you know, fuck off. We'll skip this. I don't even give a shit. Skip. Then we also have like Nadine Ross is like a maybe, Asab is like a maybe. What are we doing? Like what is this mission? Like what a shit mission this is though. It's like really like what the fuck are we doing with this mission? Oh my god, what the fuck? Yeah, I think Asab is a maybe. Marcus is a maybe. So, I mean, there's a lot of maybes here, but no real, like, very few actual locks, I feel like. And then, Season 7, ah, fuck.
I think he's going. Shit, that is one big old gate. Well, your boy doesn't
But Season 7, I mean, I think Rafe is a near lock. I think Masson Page is pretty much a lock.
Gonna be okay. Just thank your old Uncle Dutch.
That might be it, to be honest. I think Resh played a bigger factor than I would have expected. I think he was fun. And I think Boulder is another one that might be fun.
still a lot of blood. You need to put pressure on it.
But again, none of those are locks. And then those, like, seasons 1 through 7, I've already fully analyzed. So that, like, I know, like, who the contenders are from those seasons. I haven't, obviously 8 and 9 I just finished today, so I haven't analyzed these yet. But, like, just from looking basically at the cast, I feel like the contenders would be... Oh, what now? Really, fuck this mission. This mission's such shit. But yeah, I feel like the contenders from this season would probably be... I feel like Navarro, from Season 8, I mean, would be Navarro. I think if we're really desperate, we would use Delsin. The thing about Delsin is I just feel like there's so many in the same, like, sort of archetype. The same thing with Reggie Rowe. I don't know. It's either going to be Reggie Rowe or Delsin Rowe. I don't know which one. It's going to be one of the two, though, that we use from Infamous. So, I don't know. This is a pretty weak cast, to be honest, this season. Like, I actually, yeah, looking at this cast, like, there's no one really worth using. I mean, ugh, holy shit, this is a really bad cast, Season 8, holy fuck. Like, yeah, I don't know, I just don't see anyone that really stands out. That, like, I feel like we need to, okay, let's just skip checkpoint, who gives a shit. So, I mean, maybe we will bring it back Delsin over Reggie just for the sake of having a person from Season 8. Just because I feel like this is a pretty weak cast. Like, I really don't see anyone here that I feel like we need. So there's that. And then Season 9, this last season we just finished. I think Talbot would be fun. I don't think we need him, though. I think Ryan Clayton, considering he came in second, I think he'll be fun. Norman Jayden wouldn't be terrible either.
Guess he never outgrew his anger. Kind of reminds me of you.
And Talbot wouldn't be bad. I don't know. Yeah, this cast isn't the great. This cast didn't turn out to be the greatest either.
And this poor boy was nearly dinner. Can we get some help? Jules been bitten.
Oh my God.
There's a monster out here.
But yeah,
He's been bitten.
that's pretty much it. Again, I'll go and do the analysis later and try to figure out all the tribes and stuff for the final season. So that'll be some fun. But
Both of you. I'm at your service anytime you need.
Thank you, Thomas. Where can we find you?
You just meet me back here.
Very good.
Can one of you help me put the boat back out?
Sure. I'm gonna head back to camp and placate the irritable Miss O'Shea, who's causing more trouble. I'll collect the boys. Meet you back here, Arthur.
Mr. Arthur? Old Brunty. Bad man. I know. Killed some good folks. Hurt a lot of people.
Well, he definitely lacks a certain charm. I'll see you soon.
Be safe. We got monsters out here.
Well,
See, we're nearing the end of chapter 4 now. We only have 2 more missions, so should be able to finish it today. We can't fast travel. Okay, whatever. We'll leave. So what's the next mission? It is... Where is it? Over here. We'll head over there, then end the episode. Next episode, we'll go ahead and actually do it. And, yeah, we'll try to finish up episode 4 by the end of this recording session. Ideally, we would finish it in the next episode. But we'll see.
Please, help!
Alright. We'll end here. Next episode, we'll go ahead and continue on. But for now, I guess, thank you for watching.